Alright, so I am on the outskirts of Middlebury, Indiana right now. Might be in the other county. May have gone a little further than I thought, but this is the countryside of Middlebury. Oh no, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I believe that's a duck place. Just some sort of processing. That building across the street is an Amish school. My bus when I was growing up used to drop kids off there on our way to school. Pick up our neighbors and stuff. Pull in there and drop all the kids off. Some of them, not all of them. This is just coming into, this will take us right into downtown Middlebury. They make noodles at this place, the Dutch Country Market. I think my dad is there. Just in town visiting, so getting around to see everybody. Some construction going on this road down here, but we'll get through it. I'll probably pause it for that so I can pay attention. I mean, I'm paying attention anyway. You get it. We're at one of the local grocery stores. Got forks. Gonna get parked over here real quick. Drive around. Alright, I'm just gonna park right here. Nope. Alright, this is the store. Alright, there's one of the baking section. Alright, so stores here in town. It's hard to, I can't help but feel like a tourist when I'm trying to take videos, so when I'm out and about here. Oh, I'll get you here. Wait for me. Got it? Got it? Okay. Anyway, there we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I feel uncomfortable like taking videos out and about and just walking down the street or something with my phone out. It just kind of, it feels disrespectful when I'm doing it here. Just knowing that I grew up in just the Amish and the community and stuff like that. So I'm trying to be respectful when I'm taking videos too. Anyway, that's why it's hard to hold my phone up in a grocery store and why I only did a couple of shots inside. Let's get going. Let's keep going through town. Alright, there's a little park over here. It's called River Bend. It's got a little river that goes through it. And there's a playground over there for kids. There's trails back there. I tried to go walk on the trails just a little bit ago, and I'm not used to that amount of bugs anymore. Just from being in Washington State, there's not a lot of bugs, at least compared to here. So I got out of there pretty quick, but it's still a nice walk, especially like in the fall, the leaves, or early spring. Yeah. So we're coming up on downtown Middlebury. This is like the main intersection in town to signify that you're in town. Just realized the time in the car is way off. thought it was earlier in the day than it is. Alright, this is downtown Middlebury, local hardware store, Barnes and Hoover. Been there forever. Car shop, been there forever. Used to be a gas station. We're going up, and there's an old Hoosier Meats, a butcher. I used to do Taekwondo as a kid there. There's one of the main breakfast joints in town, the Hilltop Restaurant. They used to have a different location, but it caught on fire. And they were on top of a hill, but now they're at the bottom of a hill. We're going up what's called the S-curves right now. Just trying to do one long video. Sorry if you can hear me breathing too much. But it's hard to just pinpoint little parts and then just take you on the main roads through town. It's Highland Hills neighborhood. Those houses are pretty new up there on that hill. There's a new house up there too. Pretty cool. Rolling Meadows, my friends lived in there. We'd go visit them all the time. This is like the top of Middlebury. Coming up on the Essenhaus. We're just a little bit further down the road. The Essenhaus used to just start as a tiny little restaurant, like competitors with the Hilltop, I feel like. And now they're a hotel. They have a whole compound here. This is the next big building, a quilt shop. A lot of quilting. This big building is the restaurant and shops and stuff. It used to just be one little building. Pretty crazy, but that's a big staple here in Middlebury, or it's what probably the most famous restaurant we've got. One of the bigger name things we've got in town, Amish restaurant. The high school is up there. It's no longer the high school, it's up on the hill up there. It's now the middle school, or I guess the 7th and 8th grade. Just go up here real quick. So that's the high school I went to. Right next door, a little bit behind it with the white roof. That's the middle school I went to. And then the new high school is up there. And they're adding even more onto it right now. So that's pretty cool. I never got to go to that school. That's the new high school right there. And that's Middlebury. Like, we are out of town now and heading back into on the main road into the country. So I'm going to turn around in one of the neighborhoods here on the outskirts of town and we'll head back the other way. But that's downtown Middlebury. Alright, when I was in high school I worked at a pizza place here. It was not Pizza Hut, it was called Bruno's. It's the first pizza place on that little corner right there, but now it's been Pizza Hut for a while because Bruno's went out of business. Going to the gas station over here. Alright, here's the other side of the Essenhaus. They have a car cruise in on Thursdays during the summer. I think I'm going to be going this week, depending on how it goes. It's still the Essenhaus property, as far as I know, all the way out to here. They have a little covered bridge and a path you can walk on out there. Just enormous. So now we're on the south side of town. We're going back to Main Street. Another big thing Middlebury is known for is RV manufacturing. That is just an RV store, like where you can go buy trailers and other things. But we'll try to drive past it here in a second. We got Jayco and Keystone, and not just in Middlebury, but Elkhart County. Yeah, lots of RVs. We got Jayco property here. I mean, really, it's Jayco property everywhere up on this side of the building, or on this side of the town. There's Jayco property over here. This is where they make all their trailers and RVs. We got Jayco over here, customer service center. Always getting deliveries, always building. And then along with all the RV manufacturing places, there are the suppliers to all the RV manufacturing places. That's just where the workers are parked. You can see a bunch of the trailers. I guess they got vans now. They recently got bought by somebody. I think it was Keystone or Thor. Maybe it was Thor. Anyway, that's that part of town. Now we're back in the country. Just turning down this road. More Jayco, I believe, or other companies. And then you're back into the farmland. Another Amish school up there. Very outskirts of Elkhart County right now, right outside of Middlebury, right next to LaGrange County, where Shipshawana is. Maybe I'll take a trip over there at some point too. Country Lane Bakery. This isn't Country Lane Bakery, it's up there, the road a little bit more. Best bakery around, man. I'll be going there at some point on my trip. We're going back to the main US 20, the highway, and we'll go back through town. Still got some dirt roads here. Oh, there's a little horse, little baby horse rolling around in the grass. Still got some dirt roads in town. Definitely don't see many where I live now. When I was younger, I would drive down a little faster than I'd like to admit down this road sometimes. Because, you know, when you're a teenager, you're also a rally car driver. But there are some sharp turns and some trees, and also gigantic horses. Little tiny baby horse over there. If I would have kept going straight on the paved road, we could have seen the other side of that barn. It looks pretty awesome. But, I mean, if you got Google Maps, you can see it too. Another thing about Middlebury, there's lots of big rig traffic, a lot of semis coming through town. Alright, we're back on the very southern end of town. Get through this intersection. Got your McDonald's, that was a pretty big deal when it came into town. Taco Bell was in town also. It used to be at the gas station downtown, but now it's got its own building. Those are our feds. We got Dairy Queen too. Anyway, that intersection was US 20 and 13, or not interstate, but State Road 13. We're coming back into town down the hill. Lots of red barns. It says established 1864 on that barn. Obviously, it's not the same barn, but that farm was established in 1864. This is the other supermarket, grocery store, whatever you want to call it. We're here in town, called Harding's. This is where I went to elementary school. The windows are a lot darker than what it was when I was there, but that's my elementary school. Middlebury Elementary. It looks a bit different now. Partly because I'm not a little kid anymore, and also because it's been updated. That's always been like a pizza place or a restaurant right there. Mancino's, I think, for a while. One of those ones that changes sometimes. This RV in front of us might just be being towed to a place. That's another big business here in town. Oh yeah, the license plate says transport, so people get paid to take their truck and haul RV or trailers across the country. Because you can't really load them up on a semi. I don't know if that's very cost effective. We get one, maybe two on them. So might as well tow it with a truck. Yeah, this is right downtown, Main Street. So I'll keep going all the way north through town. That's our gas station where the Taco Bell used to be. Firehouse, library. And that's downtown Middlebury. We are through it. There's still some neighborhoods and some stuff on the outskirts on this northern part of town, but it just keeps thinning out. It starts going from neighborhoods to more industrial buildings, and then you just keep going north on into Michigan after town, pretty much. I'm not gonna go all the way north. I'll do that later, because I gotta turn around and go meet somebody for lunch. Got an American Legion here. They used to have some Jeeps or something out front, but not anymore, I guess. All right. I know where I'll turn around at. So this is all manufacturing suppliers for all of the RVs. It's one big economy. There's our Dairy Queen. It's always been there. They updated it from the old school Dairy Queen with the big windows on it to that version of it now. Here's our town hall, our police department also. Middlebury Town Hall. There's Coachman. If you've ever seen Coachman RVs, it's their place. See all the chassis and stuff getting ready to go. And a smaller one, Shasta. It's still been there forever. Elkhart Trailer Company. Geico's got a manufacturer here. Like those. This is the road I grew up on. This is all new though. I don't remember all this as a kid. All these buildings, but this is the road I grew up on. On some of these country roads, there's all these little hills like this. So when you're going on them, you gotta be careful because you never know if there's someone on their bike or in a horse and buggy right on the other side of the hill. So if you go too fast, cause an accident, and that is not good. All these trees have grown up a lot on the sides of the road. They used to be down a lot lower. If I remember right, my friend's house, like, grew up there. And then this house right here, that's where I grew up there. Up on the hill. It looks a little different too. They've changed the roof, but we've got a couple neighbors back there. Used to play in the weeds all the time. My neighbors' houses are, some of them are Amish on this road. They're all very friendly. Help each other out. Alright, well, I am going back in town to meet a friend for lunch, but that was pretty much the drive-through of Middlebury. Obviously, I went through it quickly. I skipped a lot of stuff just to drive through it. Maybe while I'm here during the later days, I can take some time on some other parts, like the Kreider World's Fair Garden, or we can go to Shipshewana if I have time. Check out some other spots or places I used to hang out at as a kid, Anyway, that's Middlebury. We'll see if this is the end of the video or not. I haven't decided yet. Yeah. This is where our Middlebury Little League is. The Little League fields that I grew up playing on. I only got to minors, so I didn't get very far, but I played on some of these fields over here and ran around in the grass while my brothers were playing. I think that's our minors field over there, and I played on this little field right here. I used to play around in those weeds over there. There's some cornfields over there off in the distance, and then here's our Majors field. Oh, you can get the sign right there, Majors baseball. Yeah, high fence in the outfield. Just out in the middle of the country. On the other side of those warehouses, it's for coachmen, I believe. RVs. Nice. It's hot out. Let me get back in my car. Just going down the road a little further. I had a friend from school that lives there, and now he's got a big transport business. He does a lot of like RV hauling across the country and delivering and taking them all over the place. Jimbo Transport. It's pretty cool seeing people you grew up with do good for themselves, and just be happy for them. My friend's brother owns the Pumpkin Vine Cyclery, a bike shop right next to the Pumpkin Vine Trail that goes across the whole county, I feel like now, or just about. Or they want it to. Anyway, it's a long trail. Really good for biking and stuff, I guess. Used to go right near the house I grew up in. But back then it was just like a gravelly trail. Now it's all paved and pretty accessible. So my friend has the transport company, Jimbo and Company Transport. That's their storefront, their recruiting office, because they're always looking for drivers, I guess.